To a Waterfowl by Cullen Bryant. Whither mist falling drew, while glow the heavens with the last steps of day, far through their rosy steps dost thou pursue thy solitary way. Vainly does Flower's eye mark thou distant flight to thy wrong, as dark seen against a crimson sky. Thy figure floats along, seeketh through the splashy brink of weedly lake, or merge of rivers wide, or where the rocky billows rise and sink. On the chief ocean side, there is a power who cares, teaches thou a way along the pathless coast, the desert and unlimitable air, lone wandering but not lost. All day thou wings have fanned, at the far height the cold thin atmosphere, yet stoop not, weary, to the welcome land, though the dark night is near. The summary: Cullen Bryant, To a Waterfowl. It's a romantic era poem written in the 19th century. As the title suggests, the poem's main focus is the waterfowl. The poem begins with 6 stanzas describing the bird's journey as the person follows it, and then talks about how the bird almost reaches the end of its journey and how the speaker wishes the same for himself. Then the speaker talks about how the bird disappears and was swallowed up by the abyss of heaven and given peace. This eventually leads him to think that God led the bird to his destination and gave him strength. He then goes on to address how he believes that God is leading him to his own destination and will not lead him astray. Analysis. It is unusual that Bryant decided to name the poem To a Waterfowl, when most of the poem talks about surroundings of where the bird is passing by. Like when it was talking about the sunset in the background as the bird was flying. I'm pretty sure that the poet named the poem To a Waterfowl because he wanted to emphasize how important the waterfowl was to the poem, as he tried to frame it as a symbol for his own life. As the poem continued, the speaker first tried to talk to the bird and ask where it was going, but the bird doesn't answer because the speaker was viewing the bird as he was a hunter, like he was far under the bird, but still continues to ask questions as to figure out where it was going. As the speaker follows the bird, he said he could see some danger and loneliness up ahead of the bird's path, but also sense some kind of power that gives the bird strength to keep on going and feel like something is guiding the bird to its location. But the speaker tries to compare how similar the bird and the speaker are when it comes to being lonely and cold, and how the speaker also wants the same strength as the bird to keep on going. As the speaker follows the bird, he says that he could see some kind of darkness coming towards the bird from behind, as a metaphor for death that is coming for the bird, but that same power from before is helping the bird from stopping and leading it to heaven and giving it peace. But when the bird has disappeared, the speaker thinks that he has been given peace and led to heaven. But even if the bird is gone, the speaker won't forget the lesson that the bird has given him. The speaker then talks about how God was responsible for leading the bird to his destination, and that the speaker would also be given peace because he thinks that he's being led to heaven as well because of the loneliness he was going through, and thinks that God wouldn't lead him astray. It is surprising how the main focus of the poem was about a bird, but also was trying to use different metaphors to mention God and death by using words like dark night and abyss of heaven as a way to indicate that God is always helping you and guiding you.